Hello, got a new package in the mail today. Very excited about this. I've been kind of on the edge of my seat, pins and needles, hoping, praying, and finally got it. This is a collaboration. I'm going to show you around the box a little bit. So a lot of these pieces that come overseas with FedEx seem to get punctured. Haven't opened this yet, but they take a beating. But at this point in time, I'm not really too worried about this one. I've got so many pieces from Avant that in almost every single one the box has been beat up. Comes maybe with dents and wrinkles and holes, but no issues. They pack it so well, especially this is a print in a crate. This is a collaboration between James Jean and Haroshi. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to take all of the screws out. The battery is not charged on my drill. Moved recently, can't find the charger. So I'm going to do this manually. Alright, so I got all the screws out. When I lift the lid, it should be foam lined and packed, and it should also include a pair of gloves so that I could go a little bit further. A little thank you card from the team. Order. It actually comes with these instructions on how to unpack, which is super handy dandy, and also comes with certificate of authenticity, duly signed by James Jean and Haroshi. So this is a limited edition of 200. Only 200 of these prints. It's an archival pigment print with embossed and metallic foil embellishments on 100% cotton Hanamule fine art 310 GSM paper, which is a really beautiful paper. Beautiful art on beautiful paper. Nice screen printed canvas tote bag by Avant. I'm going to slip these gloves on real quick before I go any further. So with this print, it's the first collaboration, to my knowledge, between James Jean and Haroshi. James Jean being arguably the greatest contemporary artist of our time, true Renaissance man. Haroshi, also contemporary master. Haroshi tends to work with recycled skateboard decks, and you can see what I mean with this amazing stellar custom packing in this crate, why I wasn't too concerned with all the punctures in the box. Haroshi tends to work with reused skateboard decks, so he will press them together and then sculpt his pieces from that, and it makes these really beautiful, colorful cross sections. If you're not familiar with skateboarding or skateboard decks or the construction thereof, professional skateboard decks are maple wood, and they are 7 plies of maple, meaning 7 layers. And with the layers in between, they are typically multicolored. And I have a couple on the wall. I don't really want to move the camera off the tripod at the moment, but you can maybe imagine the layers and colors in the cross section. So James Jean, a few years back, did a piece called Kindling 3, and in that piece it shows a woman holding a cord of wood that she appears to have forged and collected. And in the cross sections of the wood, on the faces of the wood, it has a very strong resemblance to the works of Haroshi. And that same kind of colored layering also appears in other pieces of James Jean, such as his woodcutter, which is a boy. The woman holds the cord of wood in the front, the boy holds it on his back and on the faces of the wood, and then also pieces like his painting of Jammer, the girl with the roller skates, and probably some other pieces as well. And it seemed like this kind of natural collaboration that was destined to occur. So they started talking when people were asking about James Jean's Kindling 3, if it was any kind of Haroshi inclusion, maybe inspired. We're inspired by all kinds of things from our past, our present, some things that are conscious, some things that are not conscious, some things that may be embedded in our DNA memory. But regardless, they started talking and they combined two of their characters and created an intentional collaboration. So we have, here's the print. It's a little bit smaller than the typical ones, but I am not complaining. Looks like the tissue got a little bit wrinkled. So it's trapped here between this paper. It's tucked into each of the corners. And if you look at, or we look at, the instructions here, it's saying to lift with the two fingers and then cut between. And I usually don't want to open this until I have the frame ready, but I'm planning to custom build a frame for this, and I'm still trying to source the materials because I want the frame to be perfect. But it's going to eat me alive if I don't get to see this print. So sorry, I need to concentrate. Feel like a surgeon. It's very delicate. So since that's released, we can actually slip it out of this corner. So in addition to this print, they have also collaborated on at least one sculpture so far. So it's a three-dimensional version of this. So we have James Jean's woodcutter standing here on the skateboard, and we have Haroshi's Guzo character that he's holding. Man, this is stunning. Let me slide it over. See if we can let you get to see some of the details close up. On this corner we have Haroshi's signature, and on the other opposite end we have James Jean's signature. The addition is in the middle, and then we have the two different chop marks. So this one representing James Jean, and this one for Haroshi. And a lot of his prints, it seems like he's going back to putting some of the language in the corner. And if you can see from an angle, it's sculptural elements. So it's almost like a bas relief. I'm going to flip it over. You can see there better the impression. So on the other side, it has this three-dimensionality to it. And then there's all of these gold embellishments and all of the strokes. You can see again in there in the wheels. So I was talking about Jammer earlier, one of James Jean's paintings. It's a girl with roller skates, and her roller skates also have those multicolored layered faces to them as well, similar to the ones. Then here's Haroshi's Guzo. It's so amazing, and I feel like not even a fraction of this is coming through in the video with this light. So good. It's an edition, limited edition of 200. And it was worth the stress. It was worth the wait. And the wait that will continue until I get to frame it and put it on the wall, but so amazing. So this is first collaboration by James Jean and Haroshi. Two contemporary masters coming together. I believe that Haroshi also skates. He's very infused into skateboarding, skateboard culture, everything to do with skateboarding, which I admire. I've been a skateboarder for, since the 1980s. And I'll carefully put that back away in one moment. But thank you all for joining.